Chemical reaction of metal. Sodium in intact form or in original form, it is placed in kerosene. Why? Because it reacts with water with explosion, produce fire and catches fire. That's why it is placed in kerosene. It's so reactive metal. Iron. Iron are used for making fence, rail, train, bridges. But if it is not painted or formation of steel, it cause rusting of iron, and it will always put stress on our pocket. Because of rusting, we have to paint it many a times, or it is galvanized to prevent it from rusting, or it is produced stainless steel. Stainless steel is non-rusting iron that is used for making utensils for cooking food, because if we use iron in a pure form, it will rust and will contaminate our food materials. Screw hinges which are used are made up of stainless steel, because with time on rusting it will get of no use. So it is important to study the reactivity of iron material. Iron there is in our blood also, in the combination with hemoglobin. Hemoglobin react with oxygen are red in color, but when it react with the carbon dioxide, it is blue in color. So how this iron react with oxygen and carbon dioxide, color changes. For the replacement of iron that is most reactive in air, most reactive means with time it is very slowly react, but with time it form iron oxide that is of no use, and we have to replace the iron again with next, or we have continuously paint it with, so that it do not react. Next, nowadays aluminum frames and doors are available because they do not rust with water and air. So most of the utensils, window frame, aluminum doors are used today because they are cost effective. Means one, it has been installed or used, it can be used for longer time without rusting, until and unless it get broken down because of some accident. Next, nickel plated steels are used for making cutlery and some rings of tire, so that it could not rust with the time, because on rusting its performance will get down. Mobile that we used have a battery, and a battery have lithium ion. Lithium is the lightest metal, and it is very effective in this battery because it lasts long, their ability to give power for your battery. In comparison to that, lead acid battery which are used for inverter are more heavier than the lithium ion battery, and it is not any convenient to carry with us in comparison to lithium ion battery. A lithium ion have last longing power giving property. Screw and hinges are made up of stainless steel. Whereas dry battery once used cannot be recharged. They are made up of anode, zinc, cathode, graphite, and there is the paste between these two of ammonium chloride, carbon, and manganese oxide. So these metals are used in such a way. Some more exciting things are that we love to see fireworks, but the colors responsible for that are metals. When they react with air on burning, they produce a color. Example, purple color if we see in fire because of sodium and copper. Barium is responsible for green color in fireworks. Copper, blue color. Red is because of strontium. Orange color in firework because of calcium. And sodium is responsible for yellow color in fireworks. This is how these all responsible for different color in fireworks. This is because of the chemical reaction of these metal with oxygen and the other compounds. So it is very important to understand the reactivity or reaction mechanism or reaction of chemical properties of metal. Chemical properties of metal are evident when they are reacting. After reaction, we identified the type of metal, type of reaction occurring. So when they react with oxygen, water, acid and base, or whatever the things we get around us, react with these metal, form a particular product. That product are identified, and after which that the reactant or reaction being going on is identified, and the property of chemical property of metal too. So first here, reaction with oxygen. Generally when metal react with oxygen, form metal oxide. Metal oxides are basic in nature, and when these metal oxide react with water, form alkalis that are also basic in nature. And when these basic oxides of metal react with red litmus, that turns into blue, that which we can see. So by seeing, we are identifying that metal react with oxygen, form a basic oxide. So metal react with oxygen, forms generally oxide, and when metal burn in air, react with oxygen, form metal oxide. To form metal oxide, metal react with oxygen of the air. Why we study about these reactions? Because when we place metal in environment, it interact with the moisture of the atmosphere and with the oxygen in the air, that get reacted with form a oxide. Metal oxides are basic in nature. Metal oxides are basic in nature. Some metal oxide react with water, form alkalis. And to identify the metal oxide being basic, turn red litmus to blue. And here when metal oxide react with red litmus, it produces a blue color, that confirms metal oxide is basic in nature. Reaction of metal with oxygen depend upon the reactivity of metal. So rate of reaction of metal with oxygen depend the chemical reactivity of metal. Rate means at which the reactant is converted into product, and that depend upon the reactivity of the metal. Here the first reaction is a reaction of metal sodium with oxygen. Metal sodium at most reactive, it react with the oxygen, form basic oxide, sodium oxide. So here sodium react with oxygen of air at room temperature, that is around 25 degrees centigrade, form a basic sodium oxide. Here the indication of room temperature means that we have not to heat it for or start a reaction. So it react automatically. If sodium is placed in the room, it automatically start reacting with the oxygen of air, form sodium oxide, that is basic in nature. Here 4 moles of sodium solid metal react with 1 mole of oxygen molecule, gaseous in nature, forms 2 moles of sodium oxide, a basic solid component. So in this reaction all the facts are here. Sodium element solid form 4 moles, a metal react with oxygen gas 1 moles of molecule, react to form sodium oxide, a solid product basic in nature. 2 moles means 2 moles of sodium oxide is formed, which is solid. Next, reaction of potassium metal with the oxygen. When potassium metal react with the oxygen of air at a room temperature, it also form basic potassium oxide. Here 4 moles of potassium element solid metal react with 1 mole of oxygen molecule gas, form 2 moles of potassium oxide, a solid product basic in nature. So this is the reaction of sodium and potassium metal with the oxygen of air, form sodium oxide and potassium oxide respectively. Both are solid in nature and that have basic property, means reacting with water they form alkaline, and with red litmus paper it convert blue color. Sodium and potassium, when kept in open air, they catch fire while reacting with the oxygen of atmosphere. So sodium, potassium, when kept open, they catch fire and start burning, hence stored under the kerosene oil to prevent such type of reaction with the oxygen, moisture, carbon dioxide. Lithium also stored in kerosene because it is also most reactive. Most metal oxides are insoluble in water, but some that are soluble in water produce alkalis. Sodium oxide and potassium oxide dissolve in water to form alkali. Here sodium oxide Na2O solid react with water form to NaOH molecule, sodium hydroxide, aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide, that is a alkali solution. Potassium oxide react with water form potassium hydroxide, that is alkali. So these oxide react with water form alkali. Reaction of magnesium with air. As we have seen, sodium and potassium at room temperature react with oxygen of air, form sodium oxide and potassium oxide respectively, whereas magnesium do not react at the room temperature with oxygen of air. It requires high heat. So when heating magnesium, it burns, and at a high temperature it react with oxygen, form magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide, a basic oxide, when react with water form alkali magnesium hydroxide. Here. Magnesium metal does not react with oxygen at room temperature. On heating, magnesium metal burn, giving intense heat and light. Magnesium also burning give intense heat and light. Forms a basic oxide called magnesium oxide, a white powder. Magnesium oxide react form magnesium oxide. Magnesium metals oxygen forms air, magnesium oxide. When magnesium oxide dissolve in water, form magnesium hydroxide, a aqueous solution which is basic in nature. Reaction of aluminium with oxygen. Aluminium react with a high temperature with oxygen form aluminium oxide. Some metals form amphoteric oxide. Amphoteric oxide means it will act as both acid and base. Here aluminium form aluminium oxide, which is both basic and acidic in nature, hence aluminium oxide is amphoteric in nature. When this aluminium oxide react with acid, form salt and water, and when it react with base, form salt and water. Here aluminium metal burn in air on heating, form aluminium oxide. 4 aluminium, 3 oxygen molecules form 2 molecule of aluminium oxide. Aluminum oxide is amphoteric oxide, means it act as both acid and base, hence it react with both acid and base, form salt and water. Here the example: aluminium react with acid, form aluminum chloride, salt and water. Aluminum oxide react with sodium hydroxide, a base, form sodium aluminate, a salt and water. Aluminum is less reactive than magnesium. This is how the aluminum react with air, form basic oxide. Zinc metal reaction with oxygen. Zinc metal react with oxygen when it is heated strongly and form zinc oxide. Likewise, aluminum oxide, zinc oxide is also amphoteric, and zinc is less reactive than aluminum. Its amphoteric means it acts as both basic oxide and acidic oxide. Here zinc react with oxygen, form zinc oxide, amphoteric oxide, and when zinc oxide react with a hydrochloric acid, form zinc chloride and water as a product. When zinc act as a acidic oxide, it react with sodium hydroxide, form sodium zincate and water. Here with HCl, zinc oxide act as a basic oxide, and with NaOH it act as a acidic oxide. This proves that zinc oxide is a amphoteric oxide. Oxide layer. There are some metals like aluminium, zinc, lead, copper. They form a layer of oxide over it over a period of a time with a little bit reaction. These layers are tough and hard and not further penetrated by the oxidation process. So they prevent the beneath a fresh layer of the metal. Reaction of iron with oxygen. Generally iron do not burn when strongly heated, but iron filing burn vigorously and form iron second and third oxide. Here iron second and third oxide means iron is in +2 oxidation state and +3 oxidation state. Iron is weak in reactivity in comparison to zinc. Here, at ordinary temperature, the surface of metals like manganese, aluminium, zinc, lead are covered with a layer of respective oxide. These oxide layers act as a protective layer and prevent the further oxidation, that is the corrosion of the metal under the surface. Reaction of iron with oxygen. The iron does not burn in even on strong heating, but iron filing, that are the small particle of iron, burns vigorously. Iron react with the oxygen of the air to form iron second and third oxide. Second means iron in +2 oxidation state, third means iron is +3 oxidation state. Here iron molecule react with oxygen form Fe3O4 or Fe2O3. In this case iron is in +2 oxidation state, and in this case iron is in +3 oxidation state. Reaction of copper with oxygen. Copper being less reactive than the previous metal, so copper react with oxygen of air on prolonged heating and form a black substance, copper second oxide. So copper react with oxygen forms copper second oxide, and copper is less reactive than iron. Next, silver and gold. Silver and gold are least reactive. So silver and gold metal do not react with the oxygen even at the high temperature. So they are still less reactive, and they are also available in very much less amount. That's why the all ornaments are made up of silver and gold. They are also the precious metal, and these both do not get oxidized even placed in air with a prolonged time. That's why they are used to make jewelries. Metal react with water, produce hydroxide or oxide and hydrogen gas. All metal do not react with water. Let's see the reaction between the potassium and sodium metal with water. Potassium react with water, produce potassium hydroxide and liberate hydrogen gas. This reaction is so fast, vigorous and exothermic, means heats are produced. Water react with sodium, or sodium react with water vigorously, that produces sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Because of high heat exothermic, hydrogen catches fire, and with this energy is released. Reaction of sodium with water, cold water. Potassium, sodium and calcium do not require hot water because these metals are so reactive that it can react with the cold water. Here sodium react with the cold water vigorously, forms sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. During the reaction so much heat is produced that hydrogen gas start burning. Same thing with the calcium. Calcium react with water, form calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas, but the heat produced during the calcium reaction with the cold water do not produce so much that it can burn the hydrogen gas. Here sodium react vigorously with the cold water, forming sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas, and highly exothermic reaction, so during production hydrogen gas start burning. In case of calcium, it react with cold water produces calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas, but the reaction is not so exothermic that hydrogen gas produced during the reaction start burning, so it produces less heat. The three metals we have studied, potassium, sodium and calcium, react with cold water, produces respective hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Reaction of magnesium with hot water. Magnesium do not react with cold water, hence require heating, and is less reactive than calcium, so it require hot water. When magnesium react with hot water, form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. It float on water because of production of hydrogen gas. Magnesium on steaming with water, it reacts form magnesium oxide and hydrogen gas. So magnesium react differently with the temperature difference. Here with hot water, magnesium produces magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas, whereas magnesium react with rapidly with steam to produce the magnesium oxide and hydrogen gas. So the magnesium react with water in the form of steam, form magnesium oxide and hydrogen gas. But like magnesium, other metals like aluminium, zinc and iron. Aluminium, zinc and iron do not react with even with a hot water and cold water. It react with steam water or steam and form metal oxide and hydrogen. So metals like aluminium oxide, zinc, aluminium, zinc, iron react only with the steam form metal oxide and hydrogen. Reaction of aluminium with steam. Aluminium do not react with ordinary water because there is a layer of aluminium oxide that protects reaction with the aluminium. Here aluminium react with steam form aluminium oxide and hydrogen gas. Reaction of zinc with steam. Zinc react with the steam form zinc oxide and hydrogen gas. Reaction of red hot iron with steam. Iron when heated at too much temperature that get red hot in appearance. These react with steam form iron second oxide and third oxide and hydrogen gas. Here second oxide means iron in second oxidation state and combined with oxygen. In third oxide means iron in +3 oxidation state combined with oxygen form iron oxide and hydrogen gas. Here red hot iron react with the steam produce iron second and third oxide. Here iron react with steam form Fe3O4. In this iron is in +2 oxidation state, hence called second oxide. Fe2O3, here iron is in +3 oxidation state, hence called third oxide, and the hydrogen gas are produced during the reaction. Let's see how metal replaces water, hydrogen. Water generally have slightly ionized form in hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion. Metal that react with water that easily give electron to hydrogen ions to convert it into atom form, and atoms of hydrogen combine to form a molecule, hydrogen gas. Copper, which are not so reactive, cannot easily give electron to hydrogen ion, so it cannot liberate hydrogen gas from water. Here the explanation. Water generally in a slightly ionized form of hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion. When reactive metals combine with water, they easily give electron to reduce the hydrogen ions of water to hydrogen atom, which then forms a hydrogen gas. Like sodium react with hydrogen or water molecule give NaOH and hydrogen gas. Unreactive metals like copper do not give electron easily, so they do not able to reduce hydrogen ions of water to hydrogen gas. Reaction of metal with dilute acid. Metal generally react with dilute acid, displaces hydrogen from the acid, form metal salt and hydrogen gas. Only less reactive metals like copper, silver, gold do not replaces hydrogen from the dilute acid. Here, metal react with dilute acids form metal salt and hydrogen gas. So let's see the reaction between the sodium and dilute HCl. When sodium react with dilute HCl violently produces sodium chloride as a salt and hydrogen gas. Here, sodium react with HCl form sodium chloride and hydrogen gas. This reaction is violent reaction. Reaction of magnesium with dilute acid HCl. Magnesium react rapidly but not violently with the dilute HCl, form magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. Reaction of aluminium with dilute acid. Aluminium reacts slowly with dilute acid, form AlCl3, aluminium chloride salt and hydrogen gas. Here, magnesium react rapidly with dilute hydrochloric acid, form magnesium chloride as a salt and hydrogen gas. Here, magnesium metal react with dilute HCl, form magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. Aluminium react slowly, so aluminium react with HCl, form AlCl3 and 3 hydrogen gas molecules. There is a lot of reaction with metal and the hydrochloric acid. In all the cases except those which are weak in reaction, displaces hydrogen from acid and form hydrogen gas and respective metal salt. Here I am going to explain how this reaction occurs. More reactive metals give electron easily and reduces the hydrogen ion of acid to hydrogen atom, and two hydrogen atom combine to form a hydrogen gas molecule. Here HCl is in dilute form, means it is diluted with water. So in dilute water HCl will be in ionized form. Here HCl with reversible equation, hydrogen ion and chloride ion forms. When sodium or any metal react with this acid, it loses one electron, forms sodium ion plus one electron. These electrons are accepted by this hydrogen ion of the medium. It accepts one electron from a hydrogen atom. Instantly it combined with another hydrogen atom, form hydrogen gas molecule, and the gas molecule liberate the solution. Sodium ion react with chlorine, form NaCl, and it is dissolved form is sodium ion and chloride ion in the liquid state. Less reactive metal like copper, silver and gold do not give easily these electrons which were given by this sodium. These electrons not given by these less reactive atoms like copper, silver, gold, so they not react with this acid and liberate hydrogen gas during the reaction. Reaction of metal with sulfuric acid. Metal generally react with sulfuric acid, form metal sulfate and liberate hydrogen gas. Here metal react with dilute sulfuric acid, form metal sulfate and hydrogen gas. Sodium react with sulfuric acid, form sodium sulfate and hydrogen gas. Magnesium react with the H2SO4 sulfuric acid, form magnesium sulfate and hydrogen gas. Aluminium react with sulfuric acid, form aluminium sulfate and hydrogen gas. Zinc react with sulfuric acid, form zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. Iron react with sulfuric acid, form iron sulfate and hydrogen gas. Copper do not react with sulfuric acid. There is no reaction between copper and sulfuric acid. In all the cases, metal replaces hydrogen. It combined with sulfate form sodium sulfate, and the hydrogen liberated in the form of gas from these reactions. Metals like sodium, potassium, iron, zinc, when reacted with hydrochloric acid, dilute sulfuric acid, produces metal salt with chlorine or sulfate and hydrogen gas. But in case of metal reaction with nitric acid, it do not produce hydrogen. This is because nitric acid being more oxidizing agent, when hydrogen produces during the reaction with the metal, it oxidizes hydrogen to water and itself get reduced to different oxide forms like dinitrogen oxide, nitrogen monoxide and nitrogen dioxide. This is why this nitric acid when react with metal produces nitrogen dioxide, monoxide or dinitrogen oxide along with water. Nitric acid in very dilute condition is very weak oxidizing agent. When it reacts with metals like magnesium and manganese, produces magnesium nitrate and manganese nitrate respectively with the evolution of hydrogen gas. Here, when metal react with dilute nitric acid, the hydrogen gas not evolved because nitric acid is strong oxidizing agent. So, as soon as hydrogen formed during the reaction, nitric acid oxidizes this hydrogen to water. When nitric acid oxidizes hydrogen to water, it gets self-reduced to any of the nitrogen oxide, that is dinitrogen monoxide, nitrogen monoxide and or nitrogen dioxide. Whereas very dilute nitric acid is a very weak oxidizing agent, hence reacting with magnesium or manganese produces magnesium nitrate or manganese nitrate and hydrogen gas. Either reaction is magnesium react with nitric acid form magnesium nitrate and hydrogen gas, manganese react with nitric acid form manganese nitrate and hydrogen gas. Aquaresia is a mixture of 1:2 ratio of concentrated nitric acid and hydrochloric acid respectively. Means it is prepared by mixing 1 part concentrated nitric acid and 3 part concentrated hydrochloric acid. Aquaresia is very corrosive and fuming liquid. It can dissolve all metal. Even it can dissolve gold and platinum. Whereas alone concentrated nitric acid and hydrochloric acid cannot dissolve gold and platinum. So aquaresia is the only chemical product that can dissolve all metal.